wow, boy, these guys really gel and play well together. And who knew that they were going to win, 3 more tournaments. And probably, I think you'd have to say that they're the #1 team right now. Would you agree?
Well, in this tournament, they're seeded #2, but yeah, I feel like they're definitely a top contender, definitely a tough team to beat. And they do play so well together. They just get each other. I feel like they're like so on the same page without even having to say a word.
Yeah.
And quick side out here for Patriquin and Staksrud.
Well,
AJ Koller doing such a good job at getting down. Like he's so good at that.
Potentially have 2 houses and also potentially 0 houses. So it's exciting. I have more invested in this than you do. Wow, Hayden's so good. I'm sure just like me, you played with Hayden when he was 15, 16, and you could see he was going to be good, but I mean, I couldn't see he was going to be this good. And it was funny because this was over at Piccadilly.
I think it was over at the court, at the Pasadena courts.
Yeah, so that's called Piccadilly over there.
Okay.
And anyway, he was trash talking me good-naturedly, and who else was playing? Were we playing with over there?
Jesse Irvin, Jeff Warnick.
And, well, in this particular game, though, I think it was with Moo, actually. I was playing with Moo Venkatasan, and I forget who his partner was. But at that point already, he was like, getting to the finals of 5-0 singles and stuff like that. And I actually played him some singles, and I was up like 9-7 or something, and he came back and won the game. But that's how long ago that was. And that's a nice shot there by Blaine.
0-3-1.
The wind is holding the ball and carrying it right now. A few unforced errors from Staksrud. And we know it's not because he's,
because he's a bad player.
Because he's a bad player. We know it's because there's so many elements right now. There's so many variables happening.
Yeah. No, I mean, you said 30-mile-per-hour gusts, and we just had one here a second ago, right? I heard like a pop that I haven't heard yet here from something hitting something, maybe a palm tree falling over, I'm not sure. Wow, beautiful. And really smart play there by AJ. He saw that Fed was unwinding the stack and was late, and so he got to that ball really quickly, and he hit it really quickly, and he caught Fed just short of where he wanted to be.
Off net.
Wow. Fed did a neat little dance there. He went up and got that ball, and instead of going straight back to his spot, he did a little U-turn, if you will, outside the court and then back in because he knew he might be targeted before he got out of the kitchen. And he was just going to let the ball go rather than be hit with it.
Staksrud and Patriquin are very aggressive. They don't want to get into a dink rally, it looks like. They're being super offensive.
And that's wide, that's wide. All right, I told my Big H story. Being around as long as me, I got a couple other good stories about Fed and AJ, which I'll share when we have time.
Two, 3-2.
Was that good? I couldn't see it.
It was just out.
Okay.
Three, 3-2.
Wow. Blaine's shown really good hands so far. He's been attacked quite a few times, and he's been right on it every time. So very impressive. I don't know him that well. I've seen him play a few times, but not live.
4-3-2.
He was a major contributor to MLP this last year, being an alternate and also getting picked up for the Las Vegas Night Owls.
Good
Nice
shot.
take there from Federico Staksrud. Not being aggressive that time and utilizing the open space going behind AJ Koller.
Point.
And that's a good drive. He caught Blaine before he made it all the way up the kitchen line, which is why it's so important to get up there, get set before your opponent hits the ball if you can.
Nice resets from Patriquin.
Ooh,
Second serve.
good eye there. That ball was well wide. And 4-4, tied up. I mean, very good match so far. A little surprised.
AJ Koller moves a little debris off the court.
4-4-2.
That's in his contract, I think. And again, Blaine hit that ball probably 3 or 4 feet behind the kitchen line, right? He's got to get up all the way to that kitchen line. Otherwise, he's in a compromised position. He's moving while he's hitting the ball as opposed to being set.
5-4-2.
And that's all that they need on the other side, best team in the world.
And they're also returning, surprisingly, to Federico Staksrud. And I don't know if that's the play. I don't know if that's the right decision to make, as he's been blasting these third shot drives. He's the one that has that from his singles experience, being the #1 player in singles.
Totally agree with you. And we've seen it all day. Those balls that land right on the line or near the baseline there, I think there's just a dead spot there. Because it's more than just the wind now. It can't be.
There's the return over to Patriquin.
Yeah, I think you made a really good call there, because these singles players, I mean, that's their bread and butter, is being able to hit, you know, good passing shots, good ground strokes.
Nice hands from Blaine Hovenier. And Federico Staksrud is really testing Blaine right now. He's trying to figure out what spot to go to, but Federico Staksrud right now does not want to be in the dink rally, so he's going to take every single opportunity that he gets, and he's going to be as offensive as possible.
4-7-1. Point.
That was good, right?
It's called out.
Was okay. Thought he put his hand down there. I can't see, obviously. I'm too old.
5-7-1.
Again.
Wow.
Yes, Staksrud.
For his backhand. Watch good players slide on those balls
6-7-1.
and work it into your game if you can.
Great ball movement on the kitchen line.
That time it didn't work. Big, huge windup from H there.
Koller is doing such a good job at moving the dink around and keeping it low and unattackable. And right now, Patriquin and Staksrud are just, you know, trying to attack, find something off of Koller's shot. And if they're going to attack, they do have to attack Koller. What pickups?
Wow. They're playing really well right now. And I 100% agree with you. Yeah, Koller had a little dinking masterclass on that previous point where he was, moving them around, being aggressive. And that's what you want to do with your dinks. You want to be aggressive if you can. You want to make the other players be in uncomfortable positions. Wow! It's Ben Johns Jr. out there right now.
I hate to say it, but I want to see Staksrud be a little bit more patient. And it's just right on cue. Staksrud and Patriquin are going to take a timeout as they're down by 2 in game number 1.
Wow. Oh, they're calling it out.
Yeah, and the challenge immediately from Blaine Hovenier. He saw that ball in, so he's going to go ahead and take the challenge. So what's going to happen here is the refs are going to step in. We're going to take a quick moment to review the call, and we'll return after the refs are done here at the booth.
Sound. So you couldn't see from the better view, and they had a side view of it that was just inconclusive, where she just couldn't overrule it, even though it looked like it might have been, even though it looked like it was probably out, like the call was probably correct.
So a nice run from Koller and Hovenier, and now Staksrud and Patriquin have to make some moves here if they want to get close to tying things up here in game one. So now you don't see the aggressiveness, the third shot drive. Now you're seeing the drop here.
7-9-2.
Trying to get up to the kitchen line.
Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Almost. That was close. I said, fa la 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 la. See, I said I was going to sing during this broadcast. La la.
The ball did not come up off the serve of Hayden Patriquin.
8-9-2.
No, that was crazy. Oh.
Koller has been doing so good dinking and taking the ball out of the air, just missing that one which ties things up here.
Yeah, that review has kind of cost them a little momentum here, I think. No!
Tweener! Drop volley! Koller's there. The speed up and the ball is out. There's no challenge to be made because they lost the challenge. So now we have a game point on the hands of Patriquin and Staksrud and a smart timeout to stop the momentum from Koller and Hovenier. What do you think, Lucy?
I'm dumbfounded here because AJ...
So good stop there. Can they get this side out here on game point?
10-9-2.
And it's a 2, so all they need is one stop here. Wow.
The ball stays in off of the paddle of Hayden Patriquin. They were trailing, and they came back 11-9. What an impressive job from all four players here on Grandstand Court. And we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to finish off game number 2 when we return. Match of this evening here, the round of 32.
Point. One zero two.
Nice get from Staksrud. Oh, and a great response from Koller.
And there's why you have to do that, hit that down the line shot, right? If you let Hayden just hang around that middle line, right, without testing him, without keeping him honest, you're in trouble, right? So you got to do exactly shots like that. And he's fast enough that I actually expect him to get that, but that just shows you what you can do if you fool him or you keep him honest and go behind him. So I love it.
The lob.
I love the lob, don't love the drop shot there.
Position to go back and forward, so they were scrambling, and Koller is one that really just works the point.
Yeah, good point.
I know we don't love the drop volley all the time because everyone's super fast, but you know, it's good to change things up. You want to keep things fresh out there, and Koller does a good job at that.
2-1-1.
He does, he does.
Point.
Staksrud was like, no way, and Patrick was like, yeah, totally. It was out.
3-1-1.
Okay, yeah. So yes way?
Yes way.
Oh, I thought Hayden was going to speed that up. The middle is not open. Right, and you can see his foot is over the center line when he hits that ball, and you got to go that far. Ooh, so AJ again tried to speed that ball up to catch Fed unstacking there, but sometimes speeding up a little bit there affects your shot. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. And Fed kind of shakes his head like, okay, yeah, I know I got that ball up a little bit too high. So yeah, I think that's the second lob I guess we've seen today. You said Elise Jones did it earlier, and the one by AJ was the second. So very bold in this win.
Staksrud and Patriquin just look a little rushed right now. I think they thought they could get through this one pretty easily, but I think that's what's hurting them right now. They need to really play their best because, I mean, look at Koller with that down-the-line passing shot and Blaine with the hands. And you know, you can't feel rushed. You can't feel like you have to get through the game quick.
I agree. Yeah, they were kind of playing speed pickle there for a second, and both those guys are good at using momentum. Fed will do that in singles. When he's down, he slows it down. He calls a timeout. He calls the head ref over, right? And then when he's ahead, you know, basically he's just sitting there waiting to serve.
Great exchange.
Yeah, when AJ's on, I mean, he's so good. Look at that. Oh.
Just long from AJ Koller. I love the idea, though.
And they only get one challenge, right? So they're really sitting here going, yeah, I want to do it, but.
Ahead by 3.
Wow, AJ's back, you know what I mean? He's sort of been off the radar a little bit for a while. He's not getting the top partners, right, like he used to. But boy, he's playing well. He's playing like... You know,
like he has nothing to lose.
Like he has nothing to lose.
I love that.
Just like the old days, you know, he's really... Because boy, he's a unique player, right?
Yeah, he is, and I love it.
Yeah, and he's just on right now, and he's that confidence is brimming over, and it's translating to more aggressiveness, and you know, he's playing free and easy, and that clearly is a style that works for him.
4-1-1.
Reminds me of a young Glenn Lucy.
Point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was hoping to see from Staksrud and Patriquin working the point a little bit better. And even though it didn't go their way, that's that's the mentality of being in this game. It's going to be tough. Got to work for it.
Again, caught him unstacking, and so I really think those.
Well, they're ahead by 5 here in game 2. But as we saw in game number 1, Staksrud and Patriquin tidied things up. They were, they were playing at their momentum, and things shifted. So let's see if they could keep the lead. Let's see if Koller and Blaine Hovenier could keep the lead.
Wow, this hit off the top of the net. And as you said earlier, and I hit a lot of let balls too, it's like, good players, their margins are close to the net, so they just get a lot more let balls and balls that hit the tape than other players. So that was long too. So they're kind of imploding here, you know?
And when the weather drops, when it gets colder, the ball gets stiffer and harder, and it's harder to control the ball because the ball just moves through the air.
For sure, for sure.
And we're in high altitude too, so right now it's quick pickle. It's quick. It's hard to get finesse, it's hard to get feel, and it's hard to slow things down. And here we are, 10-1. What's going on here in game number 2?
I don't know. I thought that was, I didn't know that was a rhetorical question.
Second serve. Game point.
Patient point from Staksrud.
10-1-2. Side out.
All right, they saved game point, and they have a lot of work to do here to close this gap.
They do. They do. About 11 points worth.
1-10-1.
Just a little bit too high.
And Koller are lurking over that non-volley zone line, looking for the opportunity.
It's a great shot. Wow.
Off of the bounce, so whip-like.
I love that shot. I love that shot.
The Koller.
Believe
we
it or
call that
not,
the Koller.
I hit that shot.
10-1-1.
Oh, boy. Well, Michelle, are we going to see an upset here? What do you think?
I think we're going to game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll return after these. Staksrud barely taking game 1, 11-9. Koller and Hovenier convincingly taking game 2.
Side out.
And after a quick 1-0 start there, Blaine gets a little bit too much air under his forehand drive, and it's side out.
0-1-1.
That's what I like Federico Staksrud doing. I love when he takes that ball out in front and comes over the top so it's coming downward at his opponent. We saw in games 1 and 2 he was going at his opponents, and now he's hitting them down at the feet, and that's, I feel like, going to be like a game changer here if Staksrud could get that ball down.
1-1-1.
Yeah, well, I think he saw that
Second serve.
Blaine was a little bit out of position, and that if he could hit it quickly down the middle, that he'd have something. And that's, you know, Blaine couldn't quite get to that
1-1-2.
middle ball. Yeah.
Point.
Backhand to Koller. So 3 in a row. And the last one, as you notice, came down.
Right.
That's the shot
Yep.
we need.
Oh, that's unlucky right there. He was not expecting that ball up high, and it handcuffed him. Okay, they got to kill the momentum right here, as you know.
3-1-2.
When Fed and Hayden get on a roll, it's tough to stop them.
Wow. The reset from Patriquin.
Yeah, come on.
Beauty.
Right now, come on.
And just a little too high. Right there.
Went to the backhand of Staksrud, and Blaine was just so
1-3-1.
patient, so composed.
Wow, nice.
An ATP, beautiful around the post.
ATP, it means you made a little mistake. Gave him the ATP. Right, ATPs don't come out of nowhere, right? They're not a shot created. They're a shot that's available to you if your opponent hits it too wide.
2-3-2.
Staksrud recognizing the ball path and following it all the way.
Point.
He's been missing that one long. He's been
Yeah.
missing that one long. I've been talking about how I want to see him coming over the top, getting that ball down.
Tied up, 3-3. Here we go. Nice, nice. Oh, beautiful. Wow, wow. Oh,
Side out.
So Patriquin's found the pattern of getting his backhand and going to the backhand of Koller over and over and over until the point ends. So that's something you're going to notice here. in game 3. And again, now Staksrud is finding the backhand of Koller on the put away. So that's where they want to go. They've been trying to put away at Hovenier. Now they're switching up to the backhand of Koller. Let's see how this works out for them.
4-3-1. Point.
Wow, that was weird there. It's kind of like they switched sides. All right, again, it's starting to seems to get away from him here. They need to stop right here.
Second serve.
And Hayden gives them the momentum.
5-3-2.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Point. Timeout. 6-3-2.
Bad.
So players will switch sides since one of the teams has reached 6. Let's see how the response will be after this end change from Hovenier and Koller, who have been playing amazing pickleball.
6-3-2.
Very impressed with the play.
Let's see if he can unstack here. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Yeah, you saw Hayden try and keep him. And luckily, AJ had gotten over to the spot. Here we go. I feel like they got to get a couple points here. Oh, I like it. He wanted to do something quickly before Hayden. But he didn't get enough on it. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Oh, boy.
Side out.
Great shot. I mean, good attack. Whatever you want to call it.
6-3-1.
And, yeah. Oh, God. And Blaine was right on that ball. He was kind of holding a limp forehand and just kind of stuck his paddle out there and got a good thing. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yes, Koller and Hovenier will call the timeout.
But I hope they do. I hope they do.
Nice hands from Blaine Hovenier.
Yeah.
The anticipation, he knows he slides so well with his backhand on the right side of the court there.
8-3-2. Point.
Oof, and another missed return. Not what you want to see in such a crucial moment.
9-3-2.
Wow, close. He still almost got it. It's crazy.
Flick, backhand flick.
3-9-1.
Before, because
Before Ben Jones? I think that's Ben's shot, actually. I think Ben was doing it back when I was playing AJ and he was a 4-5 in Las Vegas, 30 pounds heavier. Wow. And that's my last story. I don't think I'm
would have been there too. But the take from Koller is what's been so good in this matchup.
Yeah, they need a run right now. They need to keep going. They're on a 1. There we go, a little break there. There we go. They needed that. They needed that. They need 2 more here at least to give me hope.
5-9-1.
Get over. Just too high at the wrong time, right? I mean, that ball was really high.
Just goes to show how consistent you have to
5-9-2.
be
Yeah.
throughout the day, throughout every single match, throughout every single shot.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's why I didn't like tournaments, because the pressure, you know, any shot could be a gold medal, you know?
Right.
Slide out.
Nice hands battle. Finally a spot to the forehand
Well, again,
side of
it
Hovenier.
starts with a high ball, right? They gave him an attackable ball, and
Point. Match point.
Okay, here we are with our match point. After this 3-game battle.
Timeout receiver.
to the
10
rule
by
book
1.
there. All right, he needs to focus, though, and so do we here. Nice.
Match point.
I would call another timeout right now, just, you know,
Just because.
just because, right? There seems to be no penalty for calling a timeout when you don't
10
have
by
one.
2.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man, we hate to
That's-
see it end like that.
Yeah, we sure do.
But Patriquin and Staksrud, the #2 seed, will move on to the quarterfinals, which will be played tomorrow here at the Masters. And what an incredible display of athleticism from all 4 players. Blaine Hovenier, so